Hey everybody, I'm the brain metal galaxy.
Tonight we are traveling to meet Lena, as you heard, so subscribe to our YouTube channel and join the Metal Galaxy to hear this live stream. So yeah, enjoy the interview. And Lena, for those who don't know you, can you shortly, in one sentence, introduce yourself?
In one sentence. You put me on the spot. I am Lena, and I sing for the band Infected Rain from Eastern Europe. The country is called Moldova. If you don't know, go Google it. And yeah, I'm here. Thank you for having me.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you.
So, Lena, as you are a member of a metal band where you give interviews from time to time, well, like this time now, and you also have your own channel on YouTube where you interview people. Yes. So I'm wondering, which one do you prefer? Do you like to be interviewer or interviewee?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. Interesting. You know, like, okay, so I'm going to tell you something that appears to blow people's mind. I don't know why. It's not very obvious, but I'm actually very much of an introvert. So both of these things are a little bit of a thing for me. So I know they are very much needed because fans and followers and listeners to the band, they are eager to know more. They are eager to see you more. And that's why I'm doing it. It's part of my job. It's part of my, you know, artist persona, I guess, in a way, especially living in this era of internet. It's way different than it used to be before, when the only interviews that you could see maybe once a year or every time an album comes out of the band, you could see an interview somewhere in a magazine. You know what I mean? So I feel like it comes with the job. So I'm trying my best to enjoy it as much as I can, both to interview and to be interviewed. So I guess it's kind of the same levels. It all depends who I'm talking to as well. Both when I'm getting interviewed or when I have this, you know, podcast or whatever, you know, friendly chit chat with people on my YouTube channel, it depends on the other person, how easy the things go, how, you know, how is the flow like actually going? Because sometimes it can be awkward, you know, like, okay, next question.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. It's difficult to choose.
Cool. So, Lena, I have seen that you are very busy. From, you know, when the pandemic starts, you know, you start also to do the interviews, as you said, and with other band members. Can you describe your typical day? Maybe not now. Now it's, you know, you have more time, but, you know, previous, how was your day?
You mean during the pandemic?
No, before.
Oh.
Because pandemic, you have more time. So.
Gotcha. It all depends if I'm on tour or if I'm home. You know, like, because the lifestyle is in a way similar, but in a way different. So do I describe my home day? Yeah?
Yes.
So I normally wake up pretty early. I don't know, it's just a habit nowadays. And I like the morning ritual. I like to wake up very gently, if that makes sense. So I sleep, you know, with my dog. My dog is extremely awesome and she's hypoallergenic, so she sleeps right next to me, you know. And I like to give those, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes to the cuddles. I just need that for myself as well. It gives me a good energy, a good start of the day. Then as soon as I wake up and wash my face, I first thing give her some food and take her outside, right? Now, only then I start my day. And I absolutely love my morning coffee. Normally I play some good music, like something very easy, like maybe, I know, some Queen or Michael Jackson or, you know, something like that. I like Lauryn Hill sometimes. Like, it all depends, but like something easygoing, right? And I make my coffee, maybe a small little breakfast. I'm not a big fan of big breakfast, but a little bit I eat. And I just enjoy my coffee either outside on my balcony or, you know, with a TV show that I'm watching or something. Even if it's just for 10 minutes while I drink this coffee, I give myself that time, right? Now, normally, because I live in Las Vegas, I have 10 hours difference with my band. So my boys are in the end of the day. So I normally have to make sure that nothing waits on me and there are no deadlines. So I go through some emails and some, you know, the group chat and make sure that everything's okay. They don't wait on me for something. And then I go to the gym and yeah, I work out every day. If I don't work out, I normally do some, I don't know, outdoors, activities like hiking or just walking around, you know, or it depends. So it depends if I'm with friends or alone. But yeah, I work out and then come back home. And normally there's other work that I need to do for the band or for, you know, my YouTube channel or for my Patreon. It's all part of my job, you know. Other than that, you know, like my day is, it all depends, again, what I have to do. But I do like to read almost every day a little bit. It's like I have a little list of things to do because I live alone and it gets pretty lonely if you're not keeping yourself busy. So I try to like have a little list of things to do for myself, you know, like I make sure I contact loved ones and just, you know, everything is okay because my family lives in Italy and my band lives in Moldova. And, you know, it's tricky. I miss them. So I make sure I contact everybody, like, you know, once in a great while. I make sure to read. And then, you know, of course, there are errands to run all the time. And not every day, but at least 3 to 4 times a week, I try to rehearse. I have my own little vocal studio that I built. And I'm just trying to do my vocal warm-up, and which is a normal routine of like 20 to 30 minutes, and then go through some of older songs or newer songs. If I have some projects in work, I work on them. So as I said, it all depends because every week is different. I do have a weekly planner, believe it or not. I'm very old school. And I just write things down so that, first of all, it helps me not forget to do certain things. Second of all, it keeps me busy. It really does. Because I find myself, you know, like, I don't know, getting into this darker place if I am not too busy. So I try my best to stay busy. You know, here with my friends, we try to see each other at least once a week, like all together, you know, like group of people, which includes other musicians, tattoo artists, people that are incredibly amazing and interesting to be around, positive people. That's also very important. Yeah, I mean, pretty much that's pretty much. And I do love movies too, so very often I end my day by watching a good TV show or a movie, you know, like a super chill on the couch.
And now, because, you know, pandemic, you have more time, of course. Are you doing something? Are you preparing something for a new album?
So during the pandemic, starting with last year, it was a little bit difficult in the beginning. I will be honest. It was like, oh my God, it was already difficult to keep myself busy. What am I going to do now, right? But yeah, thanks to the fact that I have a dog, it gives me something to do. It gives me a purpose to, you know, play with her, take her out, take her to the groomer, you know, like it's movement. That's fun. Second, I actually built my vocal studio during the pandemic, thanks to the love and support of my fans on Patreon. It was like a big project that I did. And so having your own vocal studio at the house as a musician is really awesome, because you can seriously work whenever you want. Third thing, that also brings you to collaborations. I started doing way more collaborations than I did before, with some people that I worked in the past, and with some newer people. Now, during the pandemic, certain apps and websites developed, and for example, the website FeatureDex, which is really cool platform for musicians that can hire other musicians to do featurings. Any type of musicians, you know, like let's say you are a guitar player and you have a song, but you don't have a band. So you can seriously hire other musicians from other bands if you can afford it, or if you have, you know, favorite musicians and you're like, you know. So I've done some of those. That was a lot of fun. And then I released 3 songs with their music videos with the band Seas on the Moon, which is the band of my drummer and his brother. And I worked with them before, and it's always a lot of fun to work with them. And actually, we already finished another one. So this year, another one is going to come out, maybe even 2. We'll see. One is already ready. We are working on the ideas for the video. Regarding my own band, yes, we did actually write and record a new album that unfortunately this album had to be, the release date had to be moved. We were planning to release it this year. In fact, the album is fully ready. It's an amazing album. It's our 5th album that will include 12 songs. I'm super excited about it. It's incredible. I love it so much already. And however, we had to reschedule the release date, and it's going to come out in January of 2022. However, this year we will give some music videos to our fans and listeners, and hopefully starting with September. We are, fingers crossed, nothing else changes, but fingers crossed we will be able to give 2 or 3 singles with their music videos for the new album to our you know, beloved fans.
Yes, perfect.
That's the plan, and we already did it all, almost, you know, like some music videos are already filmed, some are edited already, some are in the process. I flew back to Moldova in December to have some work done with my boys, and I'm planning to fly in now in June again. So, you know, plans.
Very nice. Looking forward for the new album.
Amazing. It sounds great. And as we are on topics of collaborations and so on, one thing when looking at all the music you have done and so on, and now you have the platforms, I'm wondering, duets, like you did one, but are you planning to do more? And which voice do you think will complement yours?
You mean with Infected Rain?
Well, with Infected Rain, or you say I want to do something else, like a ballad, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I never thought about it. We do like the idea to have some guest artists on Infected Rain. In fact, this is a big thing. We never said that before to anybody, but there's going to be one beautiful surprise on this album. We will have one guest on this album, which I'm very excited for people to hear. It was awesome to work with this incredible vocalist. So, but in general, of course, just like, you know, there are certain, I guess, dreams that you have as a musician. You're like, okay, I hope eventually I can have a song with Chino Moreno from Deftones. You know what I mean? Like, who doesn't want that? Or I don't know, there are so many vocalists. Like, I absolutely adore CJ from Die Artist Murder, and I think, you know, that with his type of vocalizing and my type of vocalizing, that there could be an amazing song. And we are also, like, we know each other. We've played together before. He was on my YouTube channel, my Party Time Excellence. He's incredibly friendly and awesome. Things can happen nowadays because I feel like musicians support each other a lot more than before. Maybe, I don't know. This pandemic in a way brought us together because show business suffered the most. And I feel like we are like, in a way, I don't know, in the same boat. So it doesn't matter what band is bigger, what band is smaller. It doesn't matter, What matters is to stay human and understanding and positive and, try to help each other if you can, if it's not something that will change your life. So
amazing. So
the same, if I can again.
So you said you have a guest vocalist on the new album. So can you give us a hint who it might be or genre?
No, I already told you.
But is it death metal, heavy metal? In which direction should we go?
Nah,
Surprise.
Sorry.
Surprise.
Taking all the secrets.
Yes.
Right.
We actually have a question here from viewers. So Fan Valnueva is asking, Lena, I want to ask you about last album, Endorphin. How was the experience about recordings or feedback from live dates?
Well, unfortunately, Endorphin didn't have a very big exposure because we only went on tour with it one time. It came out in autumn of 2019, and we went on tour almost like 2 weeks after, I think, or something. It was a very big tour, so we were lucky to actually share the new songs and the new album with a bigger audience. However, it was only one, and the plan for 2020 was incredibly big, and we had to go through countries that we never played before to show this album, but it never happened. So in a way, I feel like it didn't have the full exposure that it could have had. However, the feedback from people was incredible. Everybody keeps telling that it's very obvious the growth of the band, of us as musicians, and it's the best compliment that a musician can actually have, and it makes me happy because that album was pretty intense for me. Actually, even the newer album too, that I've had an interesting period in my life while writing, not recording, writing this lyrics and the melodies for it. And then when recording it, I had to go through it again. And it was interesting. Yeah, I definitely had some interesting moments where, it led to like panic attacks and anxiety. But it helps at the same time because it works like a therapy. And so I'm happy that I have this amazing outlet, I guess we can call it, which is my music, my band, my boys, and then, everybody that is listening to it. And with the newer album is also very similar because it's still very fresh. And then after going through this difficult period in my life, which was like pretty much life-changing for me, then almost right away the pandemic happened. And I felt like I can't take this anymore. Like one more hit and I'm done. You know what I mean? And I'm not ashamed to talk about it because we are all human beings, and I know a lot of people can relate to certain moments where you feel weak because everywhere you go you take punches. You just take punches all the time. Now it happens in life for some more than for others, or in certain time of your life more than other. It all depends how you deal with it. So I just decided to put it all in music, and I did.
Great. Actually, I was always wondering, musicians who write their own lyrics from their own experience, something, let's say, that was very emotional. So you put it out and then you sing it for the record. But then you go for the gigs and you have to do it over and over and over again. Like, do you refeel that moment? Does everything come back? How hard is that?
It can be sometimes harder than others, depending on, again, how your day is going, like on tour. I mean, if you're having a bad day, it can hit you stronger. But when you're on the stage, it doesn't matter of how many times you sang that song already and how many times you played that song already. If it's a real emotion that you write about, if it's something that you seriously went through and seriously felt, it will always come back. And it can be for this 3 minutes or 5 minutes of the song, or it can be for the whole day. It doesn't matter. What matters is, do not bottle that in. Never bottle it in. Let it go. Talk about it. Sing about it. Fucking scream about it. It doesn't matter. Let it out. That's the cure. That's how it works for me,
That's very well said. Yeah, you have to let it out. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't agree with the theory that, build the wall over there and forget about it. No. Sooner or later, it will come out and it will be ugly. Very ugly. So embrace it. Fine. Life has ups and downs. It's okay. Don't hate on people that hurt you. Let it go, forgive, and talk about it. Because otherwise, you're harming yourself. Not them. Yourself.
Yep, that's very true.
Cool. So we have hello from Montreal, from Daniel.
Hello,
Daniel. I don't know what time is
hello,
there.
Daniel.
So let's move, Lena. Can you tell me a bit of a backstage story why you moved to Las Vegas? How you came up with this idea to move to Las Vegas? If you can.
Yeah, in a couple of words, it was pretty simple. I was just visiting a friend in 2013 and had a touristic visa for many, many years, for I think it was for 10 years. And I was visiting her and she just made me fall in love with the city. And I used to come back and I used to get booked here as a model, and I worked a little bit with my vocal teacher, and it just made sense. I made more friends, and then at the time I met a guy as well. It kind of made sense to switch it out a little bit, because I don't have relatives in Moldova anymore. It's only my band, so it's just it made sense to move and at least try something new, and yeah, I like it here.
How is life in general? How you describe the life in Las Vegas to Europe?
It's just, look, every country has its ups and downs. Absolutely. It depends on you and your perspective of life and your needs in life. So it definitely has ups and downs. Just like other countries where I lived, I used to live in Italy. I used to live in Armenia. I used to live in Moldova, which all these 4 countries are incredibly different, with incredibly different culture and language. So trust me, all of them have a lot of ups and downs. So it all depends what works well for you. So for now, this is home for me. It works well.
You are talking about different culture you are from. So I'm wondering then, because you have been from different culture, so what are the differences in the various metal scenes and crowds, and which one do you like the most?
Oh my God, you guys are putting me on the spot. There's crowds in different countries are definitely different. So there are crowds that don't really go much. So they don't really go. They are very spoiled with bigger shows, and they don't really go to club shows a lot. However, if they go crazy. There are crowds where they go all the time, go and support and buy merchandise, and it's full. It's all the time sold out. However, they stand and look at you and they support you, but they are not going crazy. So their crowds are just so different. I cannot pick one. I can only tell you that no matter what the crowd is, no matter what the country is, it's always our pleasure to share our music, because in a way or another, it's a part of a cultural thing. You can't expect them all to react the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But and then I wonder, like, you were raised, or you have like Armenian roots and so on. Is there any metal there? And
so
crowds?
I was in Armenia last time when I was pretty small. I was 13 when I left. But yeah, I mean, there are. I have a very good friend that he's Armenian. He used to live in Moldova, actually. That's where we met, and he moved back to Armenia. He's a die-hard metalhead, and he is incredibly sweet, and he's like supporting the metal scene and like helping gigs to like happen. I mean, System of a Down is from there, you know what I mean? And there are metalheads in every country.
Amazing.
We never played in Armenia though, no. But hopefully that will happen, because I would love that. It's been a while. I lived in Armenia a couple of times in my life, but the last time I was there, I left when I was 13. So that's like more than half of my life ago. So it's been a while.
Like you said, you love to just see all the crowds and so on. Everything is different, so it makes sense to visit.
Yeah.
Just a quick question: have you ever played to Greece? I don't think.
No, we didn't. But it was in plan for 2020. So hopefully, yeah, it was. So hopefully it will happen, next year.
Would be nice. And come back to Ireland.
Yeah. I really never even went for a vacation to Greece, which is very weird, because people, from my country, they would like go either Turkey or Greece or yeah. That's like
Cyprus.
Yeah. My bandmates, the two brothers, they've been to Greece many times for vacation with their girlfriends.
That's nice. That's nice.
So I'm wondering, like, from the very beginning, how hard was it to start a metal band in Moldova? And can you tell us a bit about the Moldova metal scene, because we know nothing about it?
Yeah, it's a good question, and a question that I don't really love answering. I will explain why.